this video, we're going to discuss projection and the first couple steps of an acceleration. We'll begin with setting up the discussion, watching a sprint athlete coming out of the blocks in spikes. Notice the shapes this athlete makes upon projection, covering ground, projecting the hips horizontally through space, adequate angle for their strength and power abilities and timing and coordination abilities, and then building from there. This is what we're discussing when we refer to projection. And the angles and the magnitude will change based on the task, but again, we want to know the rules before we break the rules. In this video, we see a poor execution. We see the heels pop up towards the rear end immediately as this athlete initiates their acceleration. So a big backward cycle behind the center of mass, stumbling forward and catching himself. Again, in this next video, we see much the same as well as more casting out in front. By casting, what we're talking about is that lower shank, that foot swinging forward in front of the center of mass, contacting the ground in front of the center of mass, and then the athlete pulling himself forward to try to get up to speed. Another example here in this video. The casting is even more pronounced here as that foot swings out. Makes my hamstrings hurt just thinking about it and just watching the video. I'm sure you can imagine the force going through the posterior chain as this athlete extends out in front, contacts in front of the center of mass, and experiences a braking force until that center of mass passes that base of support. Here we have a better example now of an athlete from a lateral start in the grass, projecting out, better alignment, better angles of force back into the ground, setting himself up for a much better projection and rise and rhythm to upright mechanics. For a few of these common mistakes that we saw here, there's a number of drills and cues that we can use. One that I'll often use is I'll have an athlete think about from a 2-point start position that they have a cord strapped to each knee and they want to snap that cord. They want to create as much space between their knees as they can. And as soon as they reach the end range, then they need to strike back into the ground and push the track or the field away. Resisted accelerations will work well, stick accelerations will work well, and so will some horizontal medicine ball work. All in the aim of athletes understanding various angles of projection and various magnitudes, and then determining what will be the best fit for the task at hand.